Welcome to Maker Mondays with Harris County Public Library. This week, we'll learn how to make our very own Google Doodle. Every year, Google hosts its Doodle for Google competition, where kids can enter for a chance to win scholarships, Google swag, and have their own creation be on the front page of Google. You'll need a computer, a piece of paper, a pencil, and a bunch of art supplies. First things first, let's check out the Doodle for Google website. Here you can find this year's theme, I am strong because. You can use this theme as the inspiration behind your doodle. On the website, you can also see exactly how to enter. Here it says we need to do 3 things. Doodle, of course, write an artist statement about our piece, and then submit it to be judged. Now that we have all the information we need, how do we figure out what to doodle? Brainstorm. There's a bunch of ways to brainstorm, so let's try a couple together. I'm going to use last year's prompt, I show kindness by, just to practice. Grab a piece of paper and something to write with. Now in big block letters, write out the word prompt on your paper. For example, I'll write kind, but you can write strong or strength. Take some time to fill the inside of your block letters with things that remind you of that word. To me, I think of showing kindness as smiling at people in the hallway or sharing my lunch. I can be kind to people, I can be kind to animals, I can even be kind to the planet. You can fill up your letters with words, pictures, colors, and it doesn't have to be neat or anything. We just want to get all our ideas onto the page so we can pick out and sort the ones we want to use later. There are a ton more ways to brainstorm too, like creating a concept map. This is like what we just did, but a little more organized. We start with one central word, then branch out a bit with related words. Like I said, I can be kind to people, animals, and the planet. Then I can branch out and expand on how I can do that for each subject. There's no wrong way to brainstorm, and it's a great way to start our project. Now let's start our official doodle. Every doodle is based around the Google logo, so try and recreate it on your work surface. Now I'm just going to sketch out some of my basic ideas. We want to combine our ideas with the Google logo in a clever way, so let's see. Kindness. I think one of the best ways to show kindness is a smile. So I'm going to try and make each letter contain a person smiling. The O's are a really easy place to get started, so I'll make 2 faces smiling at each other. Here I'm using a pencil to get started, and then after I'm happy with the design, I'll actually take a picture of it and put it in the program Autodesk Sketchbook, a free digital sketching app. This will help me make a really nice, clean drawing for the end product. Maybe the second G and L will be interacting too. The L can be helping the G up from a fall. I think that's a great way to show kindness too. Maybe you've been in a situation where one of your friends is feeling down. It's always nice to give a helping hand. Now these last 2 letters are a funky shape, so it was hard to figure out what to do with them. But I decided to make the G a person sending a letter. Letters are a great way to let someone know that you're thinking of them. And finally, the E will be someone smiling while on the phone. Once I have all of my shapes done, I'll start editing it in Autodesk Sketchbook. Once you've opened up Sketchbook, the first thing you're going to do is import a photo of the Google logo. And then import your drawing. Lower the opacity in the Layers panel, and then pinch and align it with the Google logo. Next, you're ready to start outlining. Create a new layer and use your brush tools on the left side to start outlining your drawing. You can see you can also change the thickness of your brushes as well as the opacity or transparency. I'm also using the predictive stroke tool in the top toolbar to create really smooth lines. You can start off rough, and as you go, clean it up with the eraser tool, using predictive stroke, and using a variety of brushes to get your desired effect. I'm going to start out just by outlining, and then I'll show you next. Once your outlines are complete, we'll use the fill bucket in the top toolbar to add some color to our drawings. I chose to make the people correspond with the colors of the Google logo. For example, the G's are blue, the E and the O are red, the L is green, and so on. You can also see I mess up a couple times, but I'll use the undo button in the top toolbar to quickly get rid of any mistakes. This is one of the great advantages of digital sketching software, is that any mistakes you make can be undone or erased really easily. Now that we've got it all colored in, I'm going to add a couple more special effects like a background. Here I'm using the lasso tool to create little blobs, and then I'll use the fill bucket again to color it in. And I'll go back in with my eraser tool just to clean up any of the ragged edges. And then I will lower the opacity. Just to make the Google logo stand out a little bit more, I'll also use a white brush to trace the logo and lower that opacity as well. As I've drawn, I think my theme has become, I show kindness by supporting others. Next, I want to describe what my drawing represents in my artist statement. In my artist statement, I want to talk about how I came across this theme, why I chose to include all the different things I did, like have someone send a letter or give a hug, and how these help explain this year's prompt. For example, my finished artist statement is, I show kindness by supporting others, whether it's sending a letter to a loved one you haven't seen in a while, or helping a stranger who's fallen. Everyone needs support in their life. My doodle hopes to inspire people to show kindness in these small acts every day. Now my doodle is complete. Once you finish yours, make sure to submit it on the Doodle for Google website. The winner can receive up to $30,000 in scholarships and even have their doodle displayed around the country. I hope you take the chance and submit yours today. As always, share your creations with us by posting to our Facebook page or tagging us on Instagram with the hashtag HCPLMadeIt. Until then, check out your local library for even more book recommendations and inspiration.